Surprise and welcome to the One Take Livecast. I am Jax, and tonight I did say there was going to be a surprise, and this is my first ever one-on-one interviews and for pre-gigs tonight at the Green Rooms, featuring Pretty Addicted, the Metal Maidens, Vanity Kills, and of course, Dime Foxy. And I am here with David, the inventor, creator, force, performer of Dime Foxy. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good. Nice damp Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Apologise for the
great Welsh weather.
Yeah, apologise for the room next door. Some people are practicing, but you know, there we go. So, obviously, I've known you quite a while.
Yeah.
I've seen you do this and that and this, and you're very creative. But where was the idea for Dime Foxy?
Hard one to say. Like I dabbled with music, just being experimental. Just picked up some software and started with it. Obviously, just the love of EBM and industrial kid back in the 2000s is kind of what I kind of wanted to make, and now it's kind of just grown from there. So, just kind of a solo project that I just make music. So I have a passion for music, so give it a go.
That's pretty cool. And you said industrial, so that's a lot of, technical stuff and a lot of,
it's very broad, I guess.
Synthesizers, keyboards, but also trying to create such an authentic sound, but also a very loud and, like you said, industrial sound.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where do you get your ideas from?
I think coming from a non-musical background, I guess, so it's this kind of, you have to do what, feels right for you. So most of the time it's pretty much just learning as I create. So I don't know keys, I don't know chord progressions, I kind of just do it by ear. So if something sounds good, I just kind of craft a sound, and that's how I make music, weirdly. So it's a bit of a non-musician's approach to music.
And is there any bands that have influenced that, or have you just listened to this music and it's like, okay, a bit of this, bit of that, or has there been like a primary influence as well?
Yeah, a bit of everything. Like I think I've got a massive broad of music taste, from dubstep, industrial, EBM, sort of hip hoppy as well. It's just bits of that you really like. Obviously, there's pioneers in the scene that paved the way, like Nine Inch Nails, who are just genius at what they do, and a lot of newer bands now coming through like Morris Black and Health, but it's just one of those sort of things. I think when you hear something you like it, then you're kind of always going to have an impact on you. So yeah.
And obviously you've performed gigs here and there as well. Obviously, I'm sure they're all good, but apart from tonight, of course, and everything, has there been any places that have surprised you in a good way that you played in and you're like, I can't believe I'm doing this?
Well, I think when I first played, I suppose, was it Slimelight or that sort of in London? I was like, oh, okay, because I didn't expect to, even leave Wales with it. So I think that was a pretty good point. But there's not many, like scenes or venues left in Wales, so it's just always when you get out of your home, city, it's always good to play. So probably that, but it's really hard to say. I always enjoy every show I do. So
and how far have you toured as well?
I think that's the furthest at the point. So yeah, pretty much just London. Being a UK band, I know it's getting harder and harder to get out of the UK. So hopefully one day, but you never know, do you? It's hard to say.
Hopefully Europe.
Hopefully, yeah. Just where the music is, isn't it? So
Japan.
Japan is, beautiful, crazy place. So yeah, it'd be amazing.
Is there any places you've been to as a fan which you're like, I would really love to play here?
Yeah, of course. Like there's massive festivals within this sort of music. So like the big ones like Mera Luna and Amphi. It's mostly Germany. Germany's got a thriving scene for this type of music, but it's like wherever things take me. So yeah, I think.
And what were the bands like for you, industrial wise? What was like your favorite industrial band, or all that and everything?
It's a broad question. I think I've always like there's a lot of music in the scene, but I think the one that always is stuck and still going is like Aesthetic Perfection, because they know how to grow and develop, and they still sort of fresh every time with a new album. So gotta respect that, really. But I think a lot of the musical influence that I've drawn from was a lot of, like the XRX and Sam, a lot more industrial dance, I guess. So because I kind of just really like fast danceable music. That's kind of what I want to make.
And like you said, you want to make, what's the creative process like and the technical process?
I think the type of person I am, I kind of overthink things. So most of the time I'll spend days or weeks, or even when I have a track finished for, like my recent EP has been done for, I want to say 2 years, but I think when you hear it yourself, you always like question it or want to craft it different, or you always hear the faults. So it's a hard one to like when something comes and it does, but most of the time you either overthink it or underhear it or overhear it, and it's hard to like just get it out, I guess. So the creating part is sometimes it just happens and it comes, which is always the best idea. But to release it then is more of a scary like putting it out there. So.
Is it easier because we have so much digital platforms to put it out now than back then they had to, put it on like cassette, CD, and vinyl?
Yes and no. Obviously, like this music is such a overcluted. Like there's so many artists and music doing stuff now. We kind of get overwhelmed. We just get lost within the mass amount that's out there. So it's a good thing and a bad thing, but I think it's just a matter of just doing what you enjoy. It's not. It's never been about like finding like a platform that's good. So yeah, that's it.
That's pretty cool. And when you're on stage, when you're doing your performance or being you or what either is, how do you feel? How does that feel?
Yeah, it's always scary, I guess, because I've been a one-man show. It's never you haven't got anyone else to bounce off or got anyone else up there. So it's been quite difficult to find someone else to do this sort of project with. So it's quite isolating and quite terrifying to be like solo on stage and all eyes on you. So it's a big thing. It's a scary thing.
You're also a DJ, you are, and
Yep.
you've done events as, is it Dress to Kill?
Yeah.
And MK Ultra. Would you like to go into more of those, please?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, I've started DJing for longer than making music. So Dead of Night, one of the longest running industrial golf nights in South Wales, gave it a chance and really enjoyed it. That's kind of where all music began. So I still DJ there like every other month or so. But then I started trying to branch out into Dress to Depress, which is a more alt new metal, that sort of root side of things.
That was fun.
It's always fun. And then I got my MK Ultra, which is a bit more industrial dance nights in Cardiff, which
Also
is
fun.
harder to get off the ground, but it's still there. There's still one coming up, so hopefully we'll get it back up and running.
So obviously the result is always good, whether you're DJing or performing your outside. You got people like dancing on the floor, feeling the vibes and the beats.
I mean that's the main thing, isn't it? I think it's always more enjoyable DJing, I guess, because obviously I also enjoy that music, so I also enjoy just listening to that music and sort of feeling the crowd that's there, where it's a bit more scary with your own music. So I think I much prefer DJing it because it's easier.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for being on this
Nice,
show.
thank you for
And
having
what can people expect tonight?
I mean, you can always just expect hard dance, I guess, but also, great acts like Pretty Addictive, we've done it before, and Vanity Kills. So yeah, it'd be a great show. Everyone on the lineup is amazing. So yeah, it's going to run amazing as previous.
Okay. Well, thank you for being on,
That's
and
fine.
best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see it.
It's great. Have a good one.